You really got to commit your.
Fight number 5 is a light heavyweight bout, 168-pound division. James Allebch, 1 win, 0 losses. Renzo Gracie, PA, in the blue corner. And Jorge A. Del Valle, 0 wins, 0 losses. Roski Combat in the red. These two are feeling each other out here in the first.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to see these two guys kind of test the water a little bit to see what the other one wants to do. Looks like Allebch's thinking about taking him down, but he's shooting from way too far away to make that effective. But who knows, he could be setting something up.
Shoots for a nice double. Brian, what do you see here right now?
Well, you take a look at Allebch. He went in for the double. He's got it. He's just about secured the takedown. All he needs to do is clear Del Valle's attempt at a guillotine. But he's got the arm in, so he's not going to get that choke. But he wants to pull him off that cage a little bit, get that position, pop his arm out. But he's getting some knees there, so he's got the takedown now. He's got his side control. So mission accomplished there. And again, you'll hear me say that over and over again, dominant position, dominant position. That's the way I look at amateurs, and it takes nothing away from the sport. It's just that's how you got to think that way. If you,
points.
And it's also how you're going to get your submissions and how you're going to do your damage. But you got to get there before you can. You got to get the dominant position before you can start doing the strikes, and that's what he's achieved so far.
Now, is it even worth just standing up at this point and trying to go for a takedown again, or does he just want to keep working this top mount? Side control and just keep.
You don't want to stand up. You've already done the work to get there. What he should be focusing on, in my opinion, is taking the arm and getting that arm of Del Valle's out from around his neck. He wants to get his head out. Get his head out so he has a little more comfortable, burn a little less energy, and then he can start doing a little more damage from there. There you go.
And it looked like he slipped in a shot to the head there, accidental. Dominic Carolee came in the corner was screaming on the opposite side. They wanted a little stoppage there for an illegal strike. Yeah, round one's going to end just in time.
Baby, I'm a million.
Yeah, Del Valle's saying he got hit in the face.
How'd he score that first round? I guess it was kind of obvious, right?
Yeah, I mean, Allebch took his time, was poised, felt him out a little bit. He took Del Valle down, maintained, it got into the mount, was striking a little bit. So clearly that round would go to Allebch.
You're in the cage to your right. Get your new breed fighter souvenir.
I do believe Allebach's getting a warning for the head.
Yeah, it was a clear strike to the head, and again, you can't strike to the head while on the ground in amateur MMA. But, you know, that's got to be hard to pull that punch.
You know what? They slip in. They do, and especially if you're punching in the chest area, you'll catch it under the chin here a lot. And, you know, the refs want to keep action moving. See if Allebch tries to take him down again. Haven't seen much offense from Del Valle. I'm waiting for him to start throwing some punches. He seems to be looking to be more of a reactive, a defensive fighter, a counter puncher, maybe his thing. It's a good low kick. It's smart to give the low kicks there because that's going to take away the shot.
The low kick is a vicious weapon that's, I think, underutilized.
It is underutilized, especially if you're going against a guy that wants to take you down. would think that Allebch, if he wants to take him down again, should get him closer to the cage. That those takedown attempts are not going to work from way outside.
And a nice shot.
Whew. Tell you, Del Valle, no sprawl whatsoever, but let's see if he's going to work a submission game.
And it looks like he's going to almost take us back here.
He's going. He let him go right into the mount position. I'd have to say that Del Valle would really need to start looking at the takedown defense a little bit.
Now, see, again, this is being in the mount is such a precarious position in an amateur, unless you're really slick with your arm bars.
Yeah, because you can't punch the face. If you punch the shoulder, if you can drop your hips back, you can make some room and punch in the chest, which again you're scoring points and you're making progress. But in jiu-jitsu, the mount is the most dominant position. So when you get there,
a lot of points, right?
You score a lot of points. And
so I mean, isn't it like worth your while to mount and then try to get the side control back to mount? Like that's going to score a lot of points in itself.
Talking amateurs, every time if you can get to the mount and around, you're definitely making progress. You want to get there as many times as you can, and you want to stay there for a while because you're winning the fight again.
Looks like he's trying to work the head and arm. So he's got to. What does he have to do there? Step over into side?
I don't have the best angle, but if he can get the head and the arm, he would want to pull that right leg out and then do a triangle walk, like a half moon around, and that creates the pressure, and that's the choke. But he would have to get that leg out in order
that right leg, right? So that half guard.
He could finish it from here.
That half guard of Del Valle is saving him right now.
It looks like that might be in. That choke's in. This could be in.
Last 10 seconds to go in the second round. He's got that leg out. He can hold on.
He's going to hold on, but if there was another 30 seconds, this fight would be over. Nice job on that choke. I would say that Jorge Del Valle is a little frustrated right now.
Yeah.
Hasn't really been able to get much going, and haven't seen a whole lot of offense from him. He's doing his best out there, but Allebch has definitely got some good ground skills.
So basically, you have this fight scored how?
2 rounds to none. James Allebch. Jorge has not done enough to score points at this point. He hasn't really hit him with anything other than a few low kicks. So he's going to have to do a little more than that if he wants to win the fight.
Do you just notice something over in the corner? Or?
I did. I'd say Allebch looks a little tired.
Right.
Which I certainly understand how that feels. Anyone who's ever trained the sport or competed the sport, the fatigue is a big thing. I'd say Jorge looks a little fresher here.
Fighting the sport in itself is hard, like you just said, but fighting in a venue like this with a crowd like this makes you. And
the lights and the heat, yeah.
That adrenaline rush, Well,
there's also the adrenaline dump too,
Right.
But the people at home and the fans and what these guys go through, what you go through as a fighter, the mental preparation and the pregame is it drains you,
That was a much better.
There's some takedown
much better
defense.
sprawl.
Good job. That's a good jab too, I've seen this before. Allebch is tired. He wants that takedown, and he wants to get dominant position.
Well, if Jorge does in fact have gas like he looks like he does, because he's losing the fight right now. He needs to press it.
I'll tell you what, this is an issue right now.
Allebch is tired.
Is extremely gassed. Mike, Jorge could win this fight. He could come back and win this fight if he turns it on.
He needs to just let it go.
That was huge. That was huge right there. That's a shame. I have to say, hopefully Del Valle will watch this footage and learn from it because that was an opportunity. He had nothing for him on his feet. He wanted to get a takedown. You need to sense that. Rear naked choke coming in. This could. Allebch, clearly a grappler as compared to a striker. And from a Renzo Gracie school, you would.
That's what you expect, right?
You would definitely expect that, much like the Almeida guys. I'm sure you have Ricardo Almeida, Renzo Gracie, some legends there in the world of submissions and MMA fighting. Veterans of Pride Fighting Championships and UFC, but I'd say Del Valle knows he's probably on the losing side of this decision if it goes the distance. And
right.
Allebch's definitely looking for that choke. You got to give credit to Allebch. He was clearly tired. He is tired, but he dug in, he dug deep, and he found the extra gas, and that's all you need to do.
I can't believe he found what he needed to get in the position he's in right now. He looked so tired in between 2 and 3.
At the beginning of 3, I thought he may lose the fight. That's how tired he looked. But again, give the guy credit. He came back and he's wrestling him and he's controlling him and he's maintaining a dominant position. There's the 10 seconds. I bet in his mind right there he just said, "Woo!"
Thanks God.
That's the greatest sound in the world.
Now,
when you hear
what
that.
do you do, man? Like, you got to step up your cardio?
Well,
you know what I mean?
The fatigue in this sport, again, anyone out there listening that trains it knows what I'm talking about. The fatigue is just like nothing else, You got to train and train and train, the body. And I think you definitely, it's diet, and everything else. You really got to commit yourself. Anybody who's stepped in this cage has been committed for probably anywhere from 2 to 4 months and had been training a number of years.
Right. Well, let's see how the judges scored this one. Fight number 3 in the books.
That you were just about as bad as me. Sometimes I only remember the days when I was young. Nowadays no one remembers when they were young and stupid. Don't play it like that. Come on baby, help me, someone to confide in. I'll get it like you. Now you're begging me to stay. My life has changed, but fame will stay the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, before I announce the decision, can I get a big round of applause for 3 rounds of war here at New Breed Fighters? And ladies and gentlemen, after 3 tough rounds of mixed martial arts, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. In the blue corner, Jamie Allebch.